Hey, I'm Cruminid, and I've never really been good at fighting games, and I want to get good. So I decided to spend 7 days seeing how good I can get at Street Fighter 6. So, Street Fighter 6 is a fighting game. Obvious, I know. But what does that really mean? Well, Street Fighter 6 is a 1v1 player versus player game where two players fight it out to figure out who is the better player. You win by forcing your opponent's HP to 0. Alternatively, you can have the highest HP when the timer hits 0. Matches are split into rounds, and you must win 2 rounds to win the game. There's obviously a bit more like characters, moves, matchups, and more, but we'll get to that as we advance through the video. But why Street Fighter 6? I mean, of course there are many other games that I own, like Rivals of Aether or Guilty Gear, where I've spent more time or have more friends to play with. Well, the reason really was because of him. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I wanted to play him so badly, but as long as it'll get me playing, it'll work for me. On day 1, I decided to spend some time on the tutorial, and since I came from other traditional fighters, most of this just came naturally to me. Apparently I should complete every tutorial before hopping online, but that's not the fun way to play. So I picked DJ and immediately started grinding the ranked ladder. My first 2 matches were against a level 5 training bot that would, I assume, help with my placements, and this is how it went. So I went for my first 10 placement matches, and they went really well. In fact, all of them went well. Well, after this match, you could tell I called it a night. On day 2, I chose to spend another round grinding ranked as DJ, until I had a character crisis. That was the day that I had gone through Kimberly, DJ, and Manon looking for any way to find out who I'd be able to keep playing before I called it early and logged off, ending day 2 pretty early. On day 3, I focused more on getting down my inputs and thinking through matches rather than winning. Although I only played 3 matches, I spent most of my time in training and practicing inputs. And I lost a lot of elo, but hey, I was able to slow down my game in order to think through all my problems. Speaking of inputs, I haven't really explained them. To those who don't know, I'm referring to motion inputs. These are a combination of joystick inputs combined with a button press in order to make a special move come out. For example, Ryu's Hadouken requires down, diagonal down, and forward, plus a punch button in quick succession. But DJ's a charge character, so you have to hold the directional input, flick to the opposite direction, and press the input button in quick succession instead. Even though it seemed really easy, I was still pretty inconsistent, but hey, you know, the rank grind never stops. Day 4 was overall pretty uneventful. I spent some time warming up by practicing my inputs on DJ, and then went straight into ranked. I've finally been able to play with some sort of intention at this point, which has allowed me to adapt to my opponents, which let me have a more dynamic playstyle. I've also learned the power of fireballs as well as the threat of the feints in DJ's arsenal, even though I haven't really been good at using them. On top of that, his Sobats, even though I also haven't been able to master them, have proven to be pretty useful for his kit. Thankfully, I've broken out of the character crisis, and I'm sticking with DJ for the rest of the challenge. Day 5 was short, only half an hour, but it was the most important part, that being that I was able to truly show my progress by ranking up. Today was the day that I could truly say that I figured out the moveset of DJ, but the main flaw in my game plan truly showed, that being that I actually never learned how to combo. Yeah, I have 2 days left to learn at least 1 usable combo and 1 block string, just to stay on top. Single hits aren't enough anymore. Day 6 was another short day, I learned one bread and butter combo, but I never really used it. And climbing Elo was actually pretty easy, but I don't know how to fight JP players. I probably should have googled how to fight him because this match really shows how oppressive he can be. Day 7 was pretty anticlimactic, but I will say that I did cement my place in Bronze 1. This experiment did prove to be such a success, and so I have to say I'm proud that I made it these 7 days. I may not be good at fighting games, but I think I'm able to rate this whole experience fairly accurately. Through all of the ups and downs, through thick and thin, I was able to say that I was able to pretty quickly learn a fun looking character right off the bat. But if I chose someone like, say, JP, I probably would have quit a lot earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and rate Street Fighter 6 now to get myself a rambling, so here goes. Street Fighter 6. It's okay. 7 out of 10.